market. However, Garlinghouse clarified that they may change the focus of the report due to the SEC's recent action. SEC versus Ripple case is still ongoing, July 13th. We have a bunch of nonsense that is still taking place. But those are some things going on in the XRP with adoption, with news against government. As we know, the government's the henchmen of the criminal gangsters, and we must fight them. And I did buy ALGO. I bought another 8,000 or 800 coins. I'm up to 5,200 coins collecting on ALGO. And I'm looking, as long as the price is around where it's at now. Yes, this thing could go to 3 cents. I understand that. I understand it could go to a penny. But I feel that from 98% move, now is a good time to acquire for just about $800, $900. We'll go and speculate because it's a massive speculation, and that's what all crypto is. And you must understand that it's very risky and it's very speculatory. But we're going to try to acquire 10,000 coins, and we're about 53% there, even though we realize this price could come all the way down here, and I could be at a 50% loss even after buying it after it was down 90%. But in the short term, we had this rising wedge up here that telegraphed that this was going to roll over on itself. Now we got a falling channel, which is also similar to a bearish continuation pattern, but a bullish reversal pattern at the bottom. And I could see a spot where this thing reverses and hits its technical target, which would be in the area up near the top where it had its first major support and then its first major resistance and rejection, which would be up into this area, right? And eventually, I think in a year or two, it could be up there. And maybe even looking at ALGO's future and what they talk about 2027, 2028, this coin might really be flying high, breaching its all-time high. And that's why I felt it was very important, as it's an ISS 2023 through 2100 compliant coin with the banking system. And so I felt it was very good to buy this. XLM, I told you on the pump, don't FOMO into a pump because there's always a better buying opportunity. And if we go into the 4-hour time frame, just like the XRP, there is a better buying opportunity from here to here. You're about a 25% better buying opportunity. But now the price is staggering and the buying is going to come back in. And if you slip down, you're going to come all the way down to the 10.6 cents. And then that would essentially be giving away the entire gang off this big pump that went from here. You'd be giving away 45% of the overall price and about 95% of the overall pump. If you look at it from where that news came out to the moonshot, it went up about 100% or slightly more. And if you come all the way down here, you'd only be up 7% from the initial pump. And that's something that we were talking about up here, as we had a left shoulder, it looked like maybe a head, and a right shoulder. If we just forgot about that up there, which you don't always do, but it was a big 30-second wick. You forget about that, right? And then you got a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, and you have a neckline sitting right about there, right? It's a slanted, or it's on an angle. It's an angled head and shoulders, and the targeted move would be from the top to the bottom to the point of a breakout, and that gets you all the way down here at 10 cents, and that would be the next major move to the downside if you breach this critical 13-cent level. And like XRP, if you wanted to try to switch the pattern to short-term bullish again or medium-term bullish, you'd have to break apart that 15.6 cents and continue to hold it. And the XDC, the commenter that a few weeks ago that told me I cost him a bunch of money. No, I didn't cost you any money. You have to make your own educated decision on to buy a coin. You didn't buy it. All my advice was, if you miss that huge massive pump over a week, don't chase the pump, because there would always be a better buying opportunity. And now this thing looks like XLM, where you could have a left shoulder, a head, maybe you could form a right shoulder here. Then you have that slanted head, you have that inverted or slanted angled neckline right here that you could draw, and then you could go and say your targeted move would be from the top of the head to the neckline to the point of a breakout, wherever that may be. And you can see that would bring you all the way back down here into that 0.056 range, and that would essentially give away the whole pump and be just back to where you were here back in April when you didn't want to buy it, in May when you didn't want to buy it, but now you wanted to FOMO on a local pump. And XDC, even though I think it's a coin you might want to collect for the long term, this news is wearing out about some of the things that happen on the other side of the pond that some institutions said they would think about or incorporate using it, and maybe even are, but it's down 30% from the top. And if this breaks down, you're going to be down 53% from the top. And then you have just as good as opportunity to buy this coin as you were gonna to begin with, because based on what you were saying, you wouldn't have sold it if you have it for this little pump right here that everybody was concerned about they were missing out on. But if you can buy it back down here, if this price does continue over the next several weeks to a month or two, come back down to the moving averages, no harm, no foul. Take action. That's the most important thing I can tell you. Each and every one of you have to understand and get educated on topics and investments that you want to make, and then you have to take action. The most important thing you can do is get educated, and then after that is the follow through with the action taking and fulfilling the plan that you have built up. Like, subscribe.